My bad. I'm a minute late. I don't like being late. My apologies. Oh, it's only one motherfucker in here anyway. Cool. All right, bet. We'll give it a quick little second. Uh, get motherfuckers in here real quick, and then we will get to it. It ain't gonna be too much talking today. Just a couple things I wanted to go over, and then we're gonna keep it pushing. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope everybody's staying warm. I know the weather's fucked up in a lot of places, so hopefully you guys are using this time to do research, man. I mean, unless you gotta work, I hope you guys are making the most out of this time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Suge. Shout out to Shotgun Suge. I need to get some of them new hoodies. That tie dye joint is crazy. We'll give it a couple minutes. See, we'll give it one more minute. I ain't gonna really press the issue in terms of who gonna hop in because we know how y'all do. Y'all love to come in late. So as normal, if you want to donate, make sure you guys go to the nonprofit Cash App $ building back, and you can go to the website bbtcfoundation.com. So yeah, we'll give it another 45 seconds, and we'll just go ahead and move forward. Looks like a good day on the market so far. Looks like a good day on the market. See what it's looking like today. Yeah, pretty good day. Up and down. Couple good things going on. Couple good things going on. All right, you know what? We're just gonna get into it. Motherfuckers just gonna have to catch it later. So, hope everybody's doing good. There's a couple things that I wanted to tap in with. Uh, don't mind the baby; she's going through her little 2-year-old phase. You know, doing a little fuss and shit. But there's a couple of new stocks that I wanted to tap in with y'all about. Once again, if you guys want to donate, make sure you go to Cash App $building back, or you go to the website my nonprofit bbtcfoundation.com. And disregard the haircut. I really just woke up if we're keeping it real. So a couple of stocks that I just wanted to tap in with y'all about uh, that y'all probably not really familiar with. The first one is Encino. Uh, and just so we clear, Encino is NCINO. I believe the abbreviation in the market is NCNO. I just wanted to. That's one of the reasons why I, spoke on this stock specifically, um, is because this stock. Let me just. Is similar to Shopify. For people who don't know what Shopify is, it's a service that allows people to sell shit, mainly clothes. Um, but obviously, Shopify is doing really good, especially in this pandemic with people who don't really feel that comfortable being in the mall. And really just the mall in general is kind of an old way of buying clothes now. A lot of people just buy this shit online. People get hit up on Facebook with clothes and they get brought to a link. Most of the times it's a Shopify page. Encino is similar to that. It's actually created by the banks. It's basically a merchant account for a lot of these clothing websites, but it's basically the next thing uh, next to Shopify in terms of that particular industry. It's doing pretty good today. Like it's actually doing pretty good today. So you can look it up. You can do your research on it. It's just something that gives a high opportunity to make money, not just now, but throughout the entire year. Because online spending isn't going anywhere. I don't see it. I just don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. So it's a good stock to look into. So that's the one. The other one that I wanted to talk about is a stock that you see a lot of people think of Tesla. And once again, disregard the baby; she's just going through a little 2-year-old shit. A lot of people look at Tesla when it comes to smart cars as the only investment, but there's actually another stock that really holds when it comes to the smart car industry that actually holds. Just as much value, if not more value, than Tesla in terms of the actual product itself, and it's called Nvidia. NVIDIA. The acronym on the market is NVDA. One of the reasons why I'm really high on this stock, first off, is like I said, they're basically in terms of technology for self-driving vehicles, vehicle just vehicles in general. It's really what Tesla strives to be in terms of quality of the vehicle. You can do your research on it. It's not really that big out here, but it's really like the brains. Like how the Escalades and the Tahoes, they have like those smart computers. Nvidia, they have the most sophisticated smart computer when it comes to vehicles. They're really expected to do really big things this year. Once again, it's another stock that's doing pretty good. And if you do your research on this stock, it'll tell you everything you know as to why you should look into this stock. It has the same upside. Not the same upside because obviously Tesla covers so many other things, but so does Nvidia. Like it's not just self-driving cars; they also are heavily invested into the video game space. Really, just the creation of software as a whole. So it's definitely something that you want to look into. Any type of tech company that does cars and has a million other type of ways where they can get to the bag, you always want to look into that because that's where we're going to in the future. It's not like we're about to go to back to the rotary phone anytime soon. Like technology is going to be more and more. We're going to depend more and more on these type of platforms, and this is just one of those platforms that has a super high upside. The average person wouldn't even think to go to this type of stock, but like I said, it's been doing pretty good throughout the year. I think in the last month, Nvidia has gone up. I mean, over almost $100, just in the last month. So it's a pricey stock, but if you compare it to Tesla, which is right now in the 800s, it's actually a discount because it's in the 600s. But just remember, you don't have to buy the whole stock if you don't got it like that. You can always just invest a little piece if you want to, and kind of just build up as you see fit. But those are the two like stocks that you should look into. Um, in terms of crypto, we've been talking about this a lot. Ethereum, I know Bitcoin is the popular one, and obviously with Bitcoin just now hitting 50,000, that kind of brings a whole feeling of excitement about that coin, which it should be. I mean, realistically, it should hit still at about 100,000 within, by the end of the year. But in reality, if we're talking about percentage growth, Ethereum has done so much bigger things this year than Bitcoin. Both of these, cryptos are based on something, and that's really that what separates these type of coins from something like a Dogecoin, which it really is not based on anything besides people just getting behind it. Like there's no infrastructure to actually justify why it should be worth what it's worth. But these two are, and the other one is XRP. XRP is actually a crypto that I feel like everybody should have some type of money into, especially since it's recently dipped in the last like week or so. It's really kind of like a fire sale right now where you're getting it for a lot. You could potentially double up off XRP within like the next week or two. Um, Once again, it's based on something. It's a crypto that's actually has value based on something, which kind of gets me into the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is Dogecoin. I was one of the first people to tell y'all before you even hit a penny to get behind Dogecoin. So if you got into it based on when I said it, you probably made a lot of money. But one thing to know about Dogecoin, and Dogecoin to me is kind of like day trading, if we being honest. And day trading is something that I want to get into, but Dogecoin is for people who have the ability to pay attention to it on a regular basis. Too many times I got people hitting me up saying, when should I sell? When should I sell? And that tells me that you shouldn't probably even have this crypto at this time. You know what I'm saying? Because if you need to know when you need to sell, then this shit ain't really for you. And it really goes into what my next point is, which is day trading. Now, I put in my caption when I was posting in all these groups, like why I don't push day trading. Let's be clear. I invest in day trading. Like I invest in day trading. Like that's something that I'm able to do because I have the time. I'm here. Like I don't go to an office. Like I'm here. I'm at the crib, so I have the ability to actually track this shit. But one of the reasons why I personally don't push day trading or forex or even yeah. The reason why I don't get into that too heavy is not because it's not profitable. because it really is. You know what I'm saying? But when I get messages from people asking me when I should sell shit, it lets me know that day trading isn't for you, because the thing about day trading is you have to be locked in on this shit at all times. You know what I'm saying? You can't, like, there can't be a 30-minute window where you're not paying attention to those particular stocks or cryptos or penny stocks or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be away from that data for that long a time. And expect to be successful in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the way day trading works is it has a peak, and once it hits its peak, that bitch is gonna probably plummet down. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how these type of stocks work. You know what I'm saying? It is in a sense gambling, especially if you don't know what you're getting into. If you're just following a trend, if maybe you're not getting the insight the day before about a stock, if you're just getting into it the day of, it becomes a gamble then. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of you niggas ain't really putting in a lot of time to do the research to know what you should be getting into, what the probable peak on that shit is, and when the fuck to get out of it. And if you're not doing that due diligence, then I don't think you should be involved in day trading or Dogecoin. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, these things, they drop immediately. It's not like they're gonna give you a 30-minute heads up, like, hey yo, this shit about to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that. And it ain't never gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I talk about this all the time about you motherfuckers who get into the stock game expecting to get a quick flip. I'm not saying you can't do that, but if you're not doing your due diligence to make sure that when something is going to peak, what the probability of that peak is, and when that peak is going to go down, then you shouldn't be getting into that particular stock. Like I said, there's tons of other stocks that you can double, triple up off of. Uh, I've spoke on numerous occasions. I mean, I just gave you two stocks today that have a high probability of making money throughout the entire year. There's a ton of stocks where you can double up off of, triple up off of, but you niggas is trying to get Dogecoin, and you invest, once the shit hits 8 cents a coin because you're following trends, and you don't know that just yesterday it was at 4 cents a coin, and really that 8 cents is the peak at this time. So you just hopping in because you following trends as opposed to doing your research. See, a nigga like me, I didn't bought and sold Dogecoin, 3 different times. You got to take the profit and get back in. You can't just hold Dogecoin, especially if you buying it late. Dogecoin holds no use because it's effectively gambling. It's only for swing trading, in my opinion. No, it's not an opinion. It's fact. I mean, once again, that's why I'm putting Dogecoin in the same breath as day trading. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not on top of it, then you're gonna lose money. You know what I'm saying? And if you reactionary, and that's the thing about day trading, you can't be it can't be based off reaction. You know what I'm saying? You got to know, really, to be honest with you, you should know about a day trading stock the day before you actually make that investment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be doing your research. Either the company's supposed to be in the midst of a merger, or they in the midst of hiring somebody that makes sense, or there has to be some type of sign for you to know, all right, this stock is going to for sure go up tomorrow. So let me get my money into it now. So when I wake up, the shit's already up. Unless you're doing options, which once again to me is similar to day trading. And if you're not on it on a regular basis, you shouldn't do that either. You know what I'm saying? I do options, I do day trading, and I do Dogecoin. But once again, how you see me right here, when I click this shit off, I'm still going to be right here doing the exact same thing, still doing all my research. I got two different phones, you know what I'm saying? And once again, when I close this computer, I'm also looking on the computer. So I give myself ample opportunity to know what's going up, what's going down, and when to get the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not doing that, you shouldn't be in these stocks. If you want to get into a penny stock that ain't about shit, cool. But something like Dogecoin, you just need to be on top of it. The same thing with day trading. So that's why I personally don't push those stocks. It's not that you can't make money off of it, but if you're not doing your due diligence and you're just relying on a motherfucker like me to tell you when to sell, then it ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the bottom line. It's just not for you. And I just get too many messages about things like Dogecoin and some of these other stocks asking me when I should sell. And at the end of the day, when I'm telling you to look at these stocks, I'm not just telling you to look at the price. I'm telling you to do your research on the stock. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because you'll know when shit's going up. You'll know when shit's going down. Now, granted, if things are going like this, that's part of the stock market. Like that happens. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about when it goes this and when it goes this. We know ahead of time when the shit is happening. The people who actually do the research. So none of this shit comes as a surprise. We know if the CEO got fired. We know that there was some racist bullshit that happened and people was saying fuck that company. You know what I'm saying? Like we know that ahead of time because we're doing our research. So when I tell you niggas to do your research, I'm not just telling you to see the numbers and see who recommends what. You need to actually do your research about these companies. You know what I'm saying? Because unless it's like a short squeeze, like how they did with GameStop and AMC, it's a reason why stock goes up and it's a reason why stock goes down. It's not like some hidden, you know, thing. Like if you do your research, it's right in front of you. So yeah, man. I think that's pretty much it. Once again, the two stocks that I'm suggesting that you do your research on is Encino, which is NCNO, and Nvidia, NVDA. Those are two stocks that once again throughout this year should actually do very, very well for themselves in terms of crypto. Look into Ethereum. Like I said, in terms of growth percentage, it's actually shitting on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just a bigger number. But in terms of percentages, if you invested the same amount and Bitcoin that you did in Ethereum, you would have made more money off of Ethereum. So that's something that you want to look into. And then once again, XRP, right now it's like a penny crypto, but that shit holds value and it will go back up. So I would recommend XRP as well. Um, yeah, that's it, y'all. I'm out of here. So any questions? I'll give like 30 seconds for questions. If I see something pop up, I answer it real quick. Oh, and I had a homie, shout out to Chrissy. She asked me about blank check stocks. I'm sure you guys have been, people who are on the stock market have seen that the SPAC market, which is the blank check market, has gone up. Be careful with those. Because a lot of times when you are doing those type of investments, you're investing in those companies merging with other companies, and if you don't have insight on who's merging with who and what that merger means, then you're kind of wasting your time. Ripple. Um, that I wouldn't worry about that. Ripple's fine. Uh, Ethereum. I don't know what that is. Oh, you mean like Litecoin? I don't know what Ethereum is. I have to do my research on that. I never heard of that one. I know Litecoin. That's another good crypto to look into, and it's probably the cheapest, one of the cheaper ones that makes sense. But Litecoin, I mean, I don't know what Ethereum is. I'm sorry. I'll do my research on it and tell you about it tomorrow. But in terms of Ripple, don't worry about that. A lot of times, SEC does a lot of this just to kind of show that they got it like that. Um, Ripple's not going anywhere, and because and the reason why XRP is down right now, I'm glad that you brought that up. That's the only reason why XRP is even down right now is because SEC is fucking with them. But Ripple is too big of a company to go anywhere, and the second that this SEC goes up, that XRP crypto is going to go up. So that's why it's a kind of like a fire sale right now, because this shit ain't gonna last forever. So definitely that's why I say look into XRP because until that clears up, the price is going to be cheap. But once it goes away, it's just going to go back to what it was a couple weeks ago, which would once again be about to double up. Any other questions? Sorry about the Ethereum. I don't want to speak on some shit I don't know about, but I will do my research on it, and when I do Fetti Talk tomorrow, we'll talk about it. Cool. All right, bet. Well, shit, I'm up out of here, y'all. As always, make sure you share this. I'll make sure it is available for people to see it afterwards. Um, Okay. Yeah, but make sure you guys share this, spread the word. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll let y'all guys know ahead of time. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I'm out.